In other news tonight, hundreds of dollars in counterfeit cash are showing up at businesses and banks across the Triad. Now authorities want to know who's behind the scheme.
Bogus bills that began months ago.
The I-Team is getting insight from a Secret Service agent.
Serial numbers are exactly the same.
There's no security strip embedded in them. They appear to be made of regular office paper. The number in the corner is supposed to change color when you tilt the bill.
If you tilt it, it'll change color.
The real one goes from green to gray. The fake doesn't. And there's no watermark.
You put them in there together, you can see the difference. The colors are actually different.
It really shows up under an ultraviolet light. The only thing that should glow is the security strip, not the whole bill.
Counterfeit money is discovered and investigated by the Secret Service for the U.S. government. The counterfeiting of money is one of the oldest crimes in history, and at some periods in history it was considered treasonous and punishable by death. Nowadays, according to federal counterfeiting laws, someone can be fined up to $250,000 and be given a prison sentence up to 20 years. There are currently two branches of the U.S. Treasury. Those include the U.S. Mint and the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. According to the Federal Reserve, in regards to the number of U.S. currency in circulation, there was approximately 1.27 trillion in circulation as of April 30th, 2014, of which 1.23 trillion was in Federal Reserve notes. This means that trillions of copies of the original design of an original real U.S. dollar bill are currently circulating throughout the world. Money is designed to avoid forgery. There are currently 6 steps in printing and engraving, each one that makes it harder to copy. Engravers go through a 10-year apprenticeship, and their final product could take up to 100 hours. From hands to technology, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing's printers are unlike any other because of the way that they can print on both sides of a sheet simultaneously, something counterfeiters have not quite mastered yet. The printers can also produce an engraving effect. Each machine creates the raised look and feel to these bills, which is also very hard to replicate. No other color copier can produce this effect. The Bureau can produce up to $650 million a day on their 24 printers. Imperfect bills are extremely rare at the Bureau, since the monitoring systems are so quick and efficient at sorting through the bills and discarding any bills with the slightest imperfection. If any flawed bills goes through circulation, they automatically become collectibles. The Bureau and Secret Service work together to try to reduce the number of counterfeiters by making any new notes as difficult as possible to counterfeit. The U.S. currency is revamped every 7 to 10 years with new designs by engravers. The newly redesigned $100 note began circulating on October 8, 2013. Today, new forms of counterfeiting are on the rise. One reason for this is the ease and speed with which large quantities of counterfeit currency can be produced using modern photographic printing and computer equipment, but none compared to the amount of precision the U.S. Mint and Bureau of Engraving and Printing use. Surprisingly, the actual paper of money is what counterfeiters struggle with the most when attempting to reproduce real money. Real money is made up of linen and cotton. Bills also include red and blue security fibers mixed in with the currency paper while it is being made. A genuine bill has an apparent fluorescent thread printed with microscopic text. Counterfeited bills do not have this fluorescent thread. Some counterfeiters cleverly bleach the lower denomination notes and reprint their values to a higher amount. According to Baudrillard's 3 orders of hyperreality and simulacra, counterfeiting money falls into the first order of simulacra. It is trying to represent the real by imitating it. There is a representation of the real and is obviously artificial. That is, if the person handling the money understands the difference between counterfeit and real money. Any member of the U.S. Security Service would agree that counterfeit money does not supersede the real. The Federal Reserve does a meticulous job with security of the building, hiring trustworthy employees, upkeeping machinery and technology to produce the finest money that cannot be replicated on any ordinary copier or printing press in someone's basement. Though a real dollar bill is a copy among a trillion other bills, it is valuable. A counterfeit bill, no matter how much money went into it buying all the materials, it is never worth anything, because it's not real. Therefore, when one is in possession of real money, those bills are just copies from trillions of other copies of the real and original dollar bill.
Money, 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 money.